Welcome back to Life and Stride podcast. This is episode 285. On this episode, we had Peter Lynch on the podcast. Peter is a professional distance runner for Puma from Ireland. He is currently training with the Puma Elite team based in North Carolina under coaches Amy and Alistair Craig. He recently broke 60 minutes at the NYC Half, breaking the Irish half marathon record and also taking down some huge names at that race. We weren't super familiar with him, so we were like, let's get him on the pod and get to know him a little bit. This was a great episode and good timing because he is gearing up for the London Marathon this weekend, where he hopes to break the Irish marathon record. We learned a lot about his training, his fueling, what he's doing at altitude, and how he's responding to the altitude training. Much more. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you do, please leave a review, drop a comment, share with a friend, and we'll catch you on the next one. When we're running through Norton Commons or the Pewee Valley area in Louisville, Kentucky, it's pretty easy to spot Mason Construction Home. The attention to detail, the quality, the stunning design, you can't miss it. It stands out. We aren't just saying that either. Our own co-host Scotty trusted Mason Construction to build his forever home, and he and his family couldn't be happier. Don't tell Scotty this, but we're at his house a lot because we love the home. He's all right too, though. If you live in the Louisville or Southern Indiana area and are thinking about building your forever home or doing a remodel, there is nobody else to trust with this project than Mason Construction. The link to their website is in our show notes. Click on the request information option and start the conversation about what your forever home could look like.
It's right here. Peter's a Puma guy. Peter, defend the Fast R3, what it did to Chris.
I was about to do the same thing, Danny.
I've only had good experience in them, so
Me too.
yeah.
I freaking love that shoe.
Dude, I wonder how many national records have been completed in the Fast R3s. It's probably over 15.
Yeah, true. Yeah, quite
Whoa.
a few. Because like you see, I think a lot of like even people who aren't like sponsored wearing them as well and stuff. So yeah, no, I really like them.
Are they the best super shoe you've ever put on, like response wise?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like I love the Fast R2, and then I wore the Fast R3, and like it's kind of like, oh yeah, these feel like definitely better. But then I like did strides one day in the Fast R3s before a race, and then decided to switch back to the Fast R2s for a workout because I just wanted to save them for the race, and I was like blown away with how bad the Fast R2s felt relative to the Fast R3s.
Interesting.
Yeah, so yeah, I think they're class. I really like them.
Is there any situations where you pull out the deviates for workouts or like tempos, anything?
Yeah, I actually wear Deviate Elites for like most workouts.
Oh, really?
I think
Okay.
yeah, I think they're just like a bit more stable. Like I think the faster threes. I like to kind of save them for like race days or like really harder efforts. But yeah, for the most part, racing Deviate Elites. Like if we didn't have the faster threes, like I'd be like more than happy to race in the Deviate Elites. I think they're really good as well. So
Yeah, that
we're
probably
lucky to
would
have good selection.
Yeah, I probably would have been the better one for me. I kind of want to start. Obviously, you want to talk about NYC Half some, but I'm always curious how people from Europe end up like running in the NCAA, and especially at like the I don't know how small Tulsa is, but it's not like I don't know it's not like a D1 you would commonly think.
It is D1 though, right? Tulsa's D1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
it's a historically like very good distance running school, but I'm always curious, I guess, how like European athletes end up in the middle of Oklahoma, so I'm curious like how do you end up in Oklahoma?
Yeah, no, that's a fair question. So like when I was in secondary school or like high school in Ireland, I kind of started getting interested in wanting to go to America, like my last year or two. And back then most of the recruiting was done on Facebook. So like you'd have some coaches like kind of slide into your DMs on Facebook.
Yeah.
And at one point, Taylor, the men's coach in Tulsa, reached out to me. So we started talking like my last year in high school, I think. And yeah, I guess for me, like there had always been some Europeans on the team there. Like Chris O'Hare was there, Scottish guy, like NCAA record holder, won the NCAA in the mile, and like Mark Scott had
What's
just
Scott?
won. I guess that was right before I came. He had won NCAs in the 10K.
Yeah.
And then there had been like a couple Irish guys there. There's Robert Tully, an 800 guy, was there just before me.
Oh.
So yeah, and for me, like cross country was what I was best at. So I really wanted to go somewhere that had a good like cross country team. And the year before I went there, they finished, I think, like 11th or something NCAs, which is obviously like really good. So yeah, I just kind of liked Taylor's kind of training philosophy. It was like somewhat kind of aligned with what I've been doing in school. And yeah, so yeah, when he offered like scholarship, I was kind of sold on it. Never like visited or anything. It's kind of funny because like I didn't like, I don't know, I think it's like since I've left Oklahoma and like mention it to people kind of outside of Oklahoma that like, oh yeah, I went to college in like Tulsa, like Oklahoma, like on it, like 99% of people are like, what, Oklahoma? Like I've never been there. Like what's there? Like never even heard of Tulsa. But I really liked it. Yeah, it was a good school. And also I did mechanical engineering, which is, I kind of had my mind made up. That's what I wanted to do. So I also wanted to go to a school that had like good program for that. So it kind of lined up.
Dude,
Scotty,
side note,
yeah, go ahead.
we talked about the park in Tulsa. What's that park called? It's like the biggest park in the country. We
Mohawk, is it? Maybe.
no. What? Oh man, I'm
The biggest
butchering.
trees in Tulsa.
Yes, it's like dude. Some guy.
Oh, you're talking about the gathering place.
The
Yeah,
gathering place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I
like,
talked about it on a podcast like 20 episodes ago.
What's
yeah,
that?
yeah. It's right kind of like in the middle of Tulsa. There's like big kind of like park with like playground and like just like a big where you go for like a family day out kind of thing and like trails and stuff. And yeah, it was like funded by like the Kaiser Foundation. Like I think they donated like $1 billion or something. You know,
It was.
like the
It's like an insane amount of money.
largest private donation for something like that. So yeah, no, Tulsa as a city, I really liked it. And it's actually like from when I started to when I finished, it's like there's been like a lot of like new development, and it's just kind of like on the up, I'd say.
Nice, not
All
bad.
right, so the gathering place, it's a park, but like a jungle gym park with like slides and swing sets and stuff.
But it's
So,
like for
Yeah.
adults. Like adults can have fun at this. Like the features are big enough for adults to have fun.
Yeah, and there's like pedal boats and stuff like that. Yeah. And then it's also like right on the river, so like we would do like all our tempos and runs like through it and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh,
Oh, there's like basketball courts, skate parks, like all that sort of stuff. That's cool.
so when you finished up at Tulsa, what was like, what was your options at that point? Were you thinking about going back to Ireland? Were you immediately like, did you immediately get an offer to join the Puma team in North Carolina, or how did that work out?
Yeah, no, not really. I was kind of like a bit all over the place. Didn't really know what I was gonna do. But so I basically did 5 years on the team in Tulsa, and then I stayed 2 years after that and did like a master's and just kind of like ran for myself but didn't have eligibility. So at the end of that, I was like good, but like not quite good enough to like get a contract. So yeah, I kind of like thought about like trying to get like an engineering job and like run on the side or like go home. And then yeah, so Patrick, who's my roommate now, Patrick Dever, he went to Tulsa the same time as me and won NCAAs in 2021. So he's on the Puma team. So I kind of reached out to him, and then Alistair, like competed for Ireland and multiple national records and all that. So yeah, I got Alistair's email off Paddy, and then was also talking to Chris O'Hare at the time, kind of like asking him for advice, and he thought it'd be a good fit to just kind of like reach out and see if I could kind of like link up. And the roads and the marathon is kind of where I kind of saw myself being kind of my best. So yeah, basically like, yeah, when got in contact then with Alistair, he's kind of like, yeah, like wasn't really good enough to get a Puma contract, but it was kind of like join up with the team, like, hopefully then like after a couple of good performances, like Puma might be interested and stuff. So yeah, it took a little while to kind of like get some good results, but yeah, it's worked out really well. So
I don't know a lot about the Puma team in North Carolina. What city are you guys based in? And then is the like what's the training setup? Do you guys I know you're in Albuquerque now, so I guess you guys train some of the year in North Carolina, then go to altitude camps as needed.
yeah. So yeah, we're mostly live kind of in around Chapel Hill. So we use
Okay.
like UNC's track mostly,
Oh,
and Duke's track is sometimes as well.
cool.
Um, and then yeah, we'll kind of go to altitude camps like for like marathoners, kind of like in the month leading up to a marathon normally, or yeah, different times during the year. So
Nice.
um, yeah, we're in Albuquerque now, and we were here
Yeah.
this time last year, and then went to Park City like in the fall before like fall marathon. So
Nice. Is there
yeah.
any Irish records that Alistair has that are like on your does he have any left that are on your radar or no?
He actually, I think the one record he has left is the road 5K. I think. Um, yeah,
That's huge.
he's had a rough last like 2 years. I think like he had the 5K, the 10K, the 3K. Um, and that yeah, they've all been taken, which is good. Like I mean, it's good that
Yeah.
Ireland are on the up, but yeah. So I don't know if I'll run a fast 5K road race. We'll see, but
What's the
yeah,
record?
I think he's in. I think it was 13:20 something. I think.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
you could get that probably, right?
we'll see. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, I would like to revise my 5K PB.
Yeah.
I ran 13:30 in college, but I'd like to go faster at some point. We'll see if it happens or not with like marathon training. There's not really like that many
Yeah.
opportunities, but
Yeah,
You're
it's
always
tough.
maybe
doing
good.
it on tired legs, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just had I don't know if you know Aaron Bienenfield at all.
Yeah, I raced against him a lot in college. He went to Cincinnati when Cincinnati and Tulsa were in the same conference. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah, the
yeah,
American Conference.
yeah.
Yeah, we just had him on and he was like going for a fast time in the 10, but
Hmm.
he's getting ready for his first marathon and he didn't really have the race he wanted at the 10 and he just felt like it's tough to like even for a 10K on the track where you need to do like some probably workouts and spikes, like maybe some faster, stuff on the track and spikes. It's kind of hard to like combine that kind of training with, getting ready for a marathon as well. So I think that was kind of his explanation as to why it didn't go how he wanted. So yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's tough once you get those marathon legs. That the legs don't really want to come back to anything speedy.
Yeah, I think it's also like just kind of the timing of everything. Like,
Yeah.
um, like there's loads of good say 5Ks say like in Europe in the summer or whatever, but like at that point, like if you're doing spring marathon, like you're taking a break, and
Yeah.
realistically, like you don't want to be sharp for a tracked 5K in like June if you're trying to race a marathon in like November or something. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Is so the UK has like a great club system that I've heard about, and I wish the US had something like that, but I guess the UK doesn't really have, the NCAA. The NCAA is pretty unique. Does Ireland have like a really good club system? Like growing up, was there a club set up there as well?
yeah. So yeah, I'd say it's pretty similar to the UK in that regard, that like a lot of kind of sports are like through a local club. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, Kilkenny City Harriers is my local club. So
Shout
um
out.
yeah. But no, there's always there's great opportunities back home for like local road races. Like there's literally like, for a small country, like there's literally 5Ks, 10Ks on nearly like every day of the week. There's definitely
Wow.
like, I mean, I think it's kind of worldwide, but there's definitely a bit of a like running boom going on at the moment. So
Yeah.
it's great to see.
We have an American friend, Jack Keys. He lives in Dublin, and he's from our town, Louisville, Kentucky, and he loves the running scene there. He said like that's just so popular in Dublin right now, and it's a beautiful place to run. And yeah, he said there's plenty of road race options, and they're very, excuse me, they're very competitive, too. So there's some. Yeah, he trains with like some 13 mid 5K guys that go to the university there, I guess. And
Yeah,
yeah, Dublin's pretty legit, man. They got a good competitive group of guys there for sure.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I wanted to dig into some of like your results. When was your first official marathon?
The first marathon I did was Chicago, 2024.
That's
Um,
217, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, at that point, I joined up with the Puma team in like July.
Okay.
They were up at like altitude camp in Mammoth. And the first month I was primarily like pacing Fiona O'Keefe and her build up towards Paris Olympics. Um,
Nice.
and then yeah, me and Alex Mayer both did Chicago, so we were kind of like training together. Um, and yeah, it was the build up, like I thought was like really good. Like it was like best training I'd done in my life, and it was like they say like it's hard to like smash your first marathon or whatever, but I
Yeah.
definitely had like loads of confidence and was like, I with this training, I don't see how it doesn't go well.
Huh.
And then yeah, I think we went through half in like 65:10 or something.
Hmm.
Felt amazing, and then at like 30K, it just got absolutely slapped by the wall. Like it just came out of nowhere, and I like had to stop and like walk a couple of times, and was just like literally
Yeah.
like cramping up everywhere. So it was like yeah, the last 10K was absolutely brutal.
What
Um,
what'd you learn from that? Like, was it a fueling issue or what do you think?
yeah, it definitely was like I could have been better with the feeling like after like the third or fourth bottle station. Yeah, for Chicago, I'd say yeah, I learned the fueling, just like practicing that more. Um,
Yeah.
and then just I think like in general, just like getting used to the training and like there wasn't a whole lot really like changed for the next marathon. It was just like kind of like getting used to it. Um,
Yeah.
and kind of like knowing like how to what to feel in workouts and stuff. Like I think that first kind of marathon build, it was just kind of it was I was probably training like a little bit too hard. Like I just wasn't used to it,
Mm.
and every day I was being like that was like one of the best workouts of my life kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I just yeah, it was probably just like a little bit too much, but not really a whole lot changed for the next one. Just kind of like got used to it, I guess. And yeah, feeling definitely got better with it.
Yeah. I feel like so I was running upwards of like 140 miles a week getting ready for Houston this year and it went horribly. And I think, now it's paying off like dividends now and I've lowered the mileage a bit, but I think there's like definitely a fine line in marathon training. And if you cross over it a little bit, the taper isn't enough to save you on race day. So, and we had like Zuhair Talbi on the pod and
Yeah,
he put in like this huge block before Chicago last year. Didn't go exactly how he wanted it to. He still ran like 207, which is really good, but he wanted to run faster. And but he said, he ran 205 at Houston, and he was like that big like block I put in. He said he kind of just like maintained fitness right in between those two blocks, and then had a really good race at Houston. So I think like sometimes those big blocks that don't always give you the immediate payday, they do pay off later.
yeah,
For
yeah, 100%. Like I think, I mean, it's kind of overstated or said over and over again, but like definitely consistency is key. Like I think at this point, like I've been like in college, like consistently training at a good level for like 5 or 6 years, and then at this point, I've been consistently like training really well with the team for like a year and a half now, and
nice.
yeah, it's just yeah, things are still kind of trending upwards, so that's good.
Yeah. You mentioned Fiona. What's the scoop on her before Boston? Is the shape good?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, she's been doing some pretty nasty workouts up here. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be racing against her in Boston anyway. Put it that
Yeah,
way.
right. I picked her for my top American woman, but
I
some
saw that.
people.
Saw that.
Oh, you saw that? Nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I had some comments, didn't mention, like, didn't pick Emily Sisson and stuff. And I was like, dude, Fiona's, top American New York. Like, she won the trials. I mean, she's hard to bet against right now in the US. So,
yeah. No, I fully agree with your pick. I thought it was a good shout. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, no,
right.
she's been training really well.
Dude, on the other side of that, I picked the top three men, and I said Alex Mayer was honorable mention after the top three.
Yeah.
And I got some hate from Roy Linkletter on that. Do you think that was a bad take? Is Alex Mayer a top three American guy?
Yeah, again, I definitely would not want to race him. Like
Yeah.
he's a dog. Like I think especially on a course like that, like he's just like really tough, and yeah, his training's been going really well too. So
He just ran well in New York too.
yeah. So yeah, I think he's gonna do really well. It'll be exciting to watch. I'm hoping anyway, selfishly, like we've been doing all the same things, and I'm racing like a week after him. So
Oh,
hopefully
what's
he
your?
runs well. So
I was gonna ask, what's your spring marathon?
I'm doing London. Yeah.
Oh, you're doing London. Nice,
Yeah,
dude.
so
That's
yeah, just
awesome.
like 6 days after Boston. So yeah,
Okay, cool.
hopefully I get to see Alex like win on Monday, and then we know we're in good shape for London. So
Can you kind of break down the schedule of your training? Like you're at altitude right now. How long are you going to spend there in total? And then when do you go back to sea level and kind of reacclimate to sea level?
yeah, so I think we're gonna go back to sea level like 10 days before the race.
Mm.
Spend a couple days in North Carolina and then go to London.
Mm.
But total we've been up here since right after New York half, so I think like 30 days or something like that. So yeah, just about a month.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. I always wonder, like people say they kind of respond differently to altitude, and a lot of times, yeah, they say they don't want to come right off altitude into the race, so it makes sense to have that 2 week.
Yeah. I
How
think I'm
long?
yeah, I think I'm
Okay.
still like learning. Like this is only kind of like my third proper altitude camp. So
Uh,
I'd say each one's kind of gone pretty differently in terms of like how I felt and training and stuff. So
yeah.
yeah, like this time last year we came back to sea level like 10 days before Cherry Blossom 10 mile. Um and that race went pretty well for me. So I think yeah, 10 days should be good again this time.
Do you get nervous about the pace adjustment when you go hit your first workout at altitude? You're like,
Uh
this hurts.
yeah, like I mean the thing with Alistair's is probably like not that much of a pace adjustment. Like yeah, I'll say like definitely because so we have a really good like marathon group here, like myself, Alex, Patrick, Dever, and Jack Rowe.
Mm,
Um me like we were only separated by like 15 seconds or something at New York
Wow.
half, the four of us.
yeah.
So it's been kind of funny, like at sea level we were pretty much like just together in like every single rep in training, and then as soon as we came here, like especially me, like it took me kind of like 10 days to just feel like myself again. Like I kind of got
Mm,
yeah, like really struggled the first couple of workouts. And I think there's yeah, just at altitude, I think it kind of like it seems like every day someone's felt a bit better than other people or whatever.
sure.
So yeah, it's just kind of like, but I think it's good to have the group and know that like you're in good company. So it's like if you're struggling, it's like, yeah, but like I'm still like working out with like a bunch of 59, 60 minute like half guys. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not in a
Yeah.
bad spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, altitude definitely, yeah, it takes me a while to adjust to it.
So catch people up on, to current on the marathon. I saw you. So you ran 209 in Dusseldorf, right?
Mhm.
And then you ran the Tokyo World Champs last year, 24th place. I don't know if we've talked to anyone that was actually in that race. It looked absolutely miserable out there. Was it? Is that like the hardest marathon you've done so far? Probably.
Yeah, I mean that was only my third marathon. But
Yeah.
it was pretty brutal. Like it was in the 80s, I think, like for the whole race. Like maybe it was
Yeah.
like 78 at the start or something, and like 85% humidity, something like that.
Mm,
So yeah, it
shit.
was, but like we knew it was going to be like that, so we kind of like trained around that.
Yeah.
Trained for most of the summer in North Carolina, which was it was kind of funny. Like if you check the weather app, it was like identical to Tokyo, like almost every day.
Wow.
Just like really hot and humid and everything. So did some good long runs in the heat and humid. Like it was pretty brutal. But yeah, we thought Worlds would be a good opportunity.
Yeah.
But definitely kind of like played it safe in the race in terms of like um kind of thought it was in like 208 kind of shape, like on a good day. So kind of with the weather, kind of like did a bit of a like heat calculation kind of, and thought that 2:14, 2:15 would be like actually like a good run. So I kind of like pretty much even split the whole thing.
Wow.
So I don't know. I think I was like after 5K, I was probably in like 60th or 70th or something like that, and then just kind of passed guys out / people kind of were just dropping out left, right, and center.
Yeah,
But
they were.
yeah, it was good. That was good to just like get another solid one in, because yeah, at that point, like that was my third marathon. Like the first one didn't go well, the second one went well, so I kind of wanted to like, I didn't want to do 3 marathons with 2 bad ones and 1 good one. So it was nice to have like a good one. Which is like it doesn't seem like a lot, but I feel like it was good for morale and everything.
Yeah, that's the marathon. You just get the day you're dealt. You can have the perfect training block, and if the weather's shit, then it's just it is what it is.
Let's hope London's good, because Boston's shaping up to be spicy weather.
Yeah,
in a good way.
What's the okay? Nice.
In good way. I think it's like 39 at the start right now is what it's saying.
Okay.
43 at the finish, with potential tailwind.
Oh, okay. Could be quick then.
Peter, you mentioned you did a heat calculation, like a pace adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
What calculator tool do you like to use? I was just having this conversation with a couple of athletes.
It was kind of funny. I actually don't know. So our coach Amy, she did it, and she came up with a number, and then I like the women's race was on the day before, and it was like similar weather, and I just took the first like the top 10 or 15 or something women and like compared their times to their like PBs and got like a percentage that they were off, and it was actually like exactly the same as like what Amy got. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah. I can't remember what the percentage was, but yeah, it was like very similar to whatever kind of calculator she used.
That's the engineer in him, guys. That's that's good stuff.
Nice. Well, let's talk about New York, man. I feel like New York was maybe like a bit of a breakout race for you. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was like it was kind of funny. Like it seems crazy to say, but I feel like I would have been almost surprised if I hadn't broke 60 or like got close to it, just with the way kind of like training was going. And like Alex had done Houston in January and it ran really fast. I was like hoping to do Houston, and then I got like a niggle in my knee like 2 weeks before. But I didn't really lose. It was kind of a weird one. It was like I could easy run like 100%, but just couldn't go like any faster than like 6:30 pace for like maybe like 3 weeks or something. So yeah, I was kind of raging like looking at the Houston race, because it was just like such a like perfect race, and it's like like I mean, you never know like on the day or whatever, but I feel like I would have been kind of like up there in that kind of like top 8 or top 10 or whatever. So yeah, I was just like really excited for New York, to try and kind of like get an opportunity. But yeah, I definitely didn't kind of expect to be like right at the front of the race for a lot of it.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah. It was kind of funny. Like I remember because I don't know where I might have been on PBs like ranked like, all right, I think it was like 21st. I think I had like bib number like 21. So I like ranked everyone. And like I thought I could finish like top 10.
Yeah.
But I do remember thinking like I was kind of like broke the race down in like sections, like do my best to like stay with the group like up the hill at like 2 mile, and then like up the bridge at like 5 mile, and then like hang on to like 8 mile, and then at that point just whatever. But I remember like looking around, like being still in the group, kind of like at the back of the group, like 3 miles in, being like, oh, like I want to come back here next year and like be like, I was looking like Joe and like Patrick Kiprop and stuff like at the front, like making moves, and I was like, I want to come back here next year and like be able to like make moves in a race like this. And then it was kind of funny because like a couple of points in later in the race, I like found myself like at the front. It was kind of like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I feel good. So may as well do something. But yeah, it was sick. Like it was really like enjoyable race.
I don't know. Did we say your result? You came in 5th overall in 59:52. That's pretty freaking awesome. And you got the Irish national record, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think the course technically isn't like record eligible because it's like point to point, but yeah, it was fastest Irish time.
There were some crazy splits in that race. I think there was a couple like 4:11 miles, obviously on the downs, but
Yeah.
regardless, you don't really see splits that fast in a half marathon really ever.
Yeah.
Was that pretty frightening seeing those splits mid race on your watch?
Not really, to be honest. Like I
Nice.
kind of knew, like I expected that's how it was gonna go. Like
Yeah.
that's I think Connor like Mance, like had looked at and Patrick, my teammate, ran it last year, and like they ran kind of some similar splits, so I knew it was going to be pretty quick. Which I was like kind of pretty excited for. I didn't know about the actual like individual mile splits. Like I didn't look at my watch at all, but I saw the clocks at like every 5K. But yeah, I think like I was kind of just excited to like get after it.
Yeah.
The last couple like road races I've done, like I did Manchester road race in November, and like me and my roommate Amon like kind of like took that out like 4:15 or something for the first mile, and like did beach to beacon 10K back in August, and like that was similar, like 4:15 or something like first mile. So yeah, I love the roads though, because it's like you're not like thinking about that at the time, you know what I mean? You just kind of like, I think on the track you're too like hyper aware of exactly what your pace is and everything, and on the roads you just kind of gotta send it and kind of deal with it.
Yeah.
Speaking of like sending it, what the last mile, what was going through your head? Were you thinking about breaking 60, or were you doing marathon math, or were you just going for it?
Yeah, I was like, I kind of knew, I knew at like 15K we were still like pretty quick, and I didn't really know what the pace was for sub 60, to be honest. No, it's like 4:30 somethings. And then I saw the clock at like 20K and was like, okay, sick. Like I think I'm gonna be sub 60 here. Like I think it was, I don't know, 56 something or something like that. And then obviously like I was, regardless, like I was going as hard as I could to the finish line. But then I like looked up and saw the clock with like, I don't know, like 100 to go or something, and it was like, I don't know what I said. Like I was pretty deluded at this point, but like I think I saw like
this might be tight.
yeah, I was like, oh shit. Like I'm actually like, at that point, that was the first time I was like, I'd actually be like disappointed not to break 60 here. Like if I got this close and didn't break it, I would have been pissed. But no, it's just all out regardless. But I knew it was gonna be in and around there by the end.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got fifth place. You beat Roy Linkletter, Joe Klecker, Grant Fisher, several really good marathoners, track guys, half marathoners. What does that tell you about your shape going into London? Then how are you going to approach the race?
Yeah, I think it's good. Like definitely shows him in good shape. I mean, it's kind of like it doesn't just because you're in a fast half doesn't really mean a whole lot for the marathon, other than like training's going fairly well. But no, definitely like confident. Like I kind of want to take the same, like I know with London, like there's pace groups and stuff, so like we'll be going with a certain like pace group, and but I kind of want to just like throw time out the window a bit and just kind of like get in a group, and from there just kind of like race it, and not really like be overly concerned with like every mile or kilometer split or anything. But yeah, I'm really excited for it.
Nice. Is there like a certain pack, like, because I know like London is pace groups, right? Like that's kind of how it's set up. The pro field is just like we have these, paces, and versus like a Boston or New York, it's kind of just like do whatever you're gonna do. So is there like a pace group that like fits well for you that you'll kind of at least start out with, or do you know what the pace groups are yet?
I'm not fully sure. I don't even know if they're fully set. Like from what I've heard, it's like there's kind of like ideas, and then the day before the race, kind of all the coaches and agents just kind of like shout at each other and kind of like dictate what everyone thinks are the right groups. But I think if there's a group kind of like in the 206-ish range, that'll be something that would be hopefully good to go with and kind of see what happens.
Wow. So the Irish marathon record is on high alert then. Is that fair to
Yeah,
say?
hopefully we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got the Irish record a year ago, and I kind of knew at the time like it wasn't gonna last too long because
Yeah.
there's a lot of good kind of up and coming Irish guys, but yeah, it only lasted like 6 months or something. So it's like 207 something now. So
54 Curtin has it. Yep.
okay, yeah. So yeah, I'll say like I'm not like yeah, it'd be obviously great to break that, but it's not like I don't have that time kind of like written down and doing everything to try and run that time or anything.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, 207.54 at the Gwangju International Marathon in South Korea.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, that was a
never heard
crazy
of
race. Like it was like because Fergal had run 211 before that race, and
it.
I know there were like a load of good like Ethiopians and stuff that ran like 206 and faster, and I think
Mm.
they went out really slow, and then he just kind of like sent it at like 2K or something, and just like got away. And I think he said in Strava that he reckoned like people forgot about him, and he won by 2 minutes or something. It was crazy. It was an insane run.
Dang, dude. Maybe people are gonna forget about you and you're gonna beat all the British guys at London. Who
That'd be
knows?
good. Yeah, that'd be good.
I'd
Yeah,
love
watch
to
out,
see
Bill
it.
Sussman.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, dude, in that pack, you should have Bill Sessman. I don't know if Emil Karras, I think he's running.
Yeah.
So those are kind of the top British
Yeah.
guys right now. So that would
And
be
then
kind of
my
fun.
teammate Patrick and Jack as well. They're both English, so
Oh yeah,
um
okay.
yeah.
Is there like a bit of a Irish British rivalry in road running or no? Or can we start that right now?
Yeah, sure, yeah. No. Yeah, I think I'm the only Irish like in the pro field, so it would be nice to beat all the Brits, but we'll see. Yeah. It'd
Y-
be obviously good, yeah.
Yeah. Is European champs on your mind for later this year or haven't thought that far?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Just because like so they alternate between having a half marathon or a full marathon.
Yep.
This year's a full marathon, so
Yep.
it's kind of like tough to squeeze that in. But like I want to take a good break after April, and then like would also like to do like a marathon in the fall. So, yeah, I'd probably not, but we'll
Well,
see we'll see how London goes.
you competed on the world stage in Tokyo, right, for the marathon,
Yeah,
214.
yeah.
What was that like? How'd you like Japan?
Yeah, it was sick. It was my first time like over that side of the world at all. So, yeah, big.
Really?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was sick. It was on like a Monday, which was like a national holiday for them. And
Nice.
obviously, like in Japan, like road running is like a national sport basically. So
Yeah.
everyone was like going crazy, and like for in the last 10K or so, it was like close to like a Japanese guy in the race. So like people were going crazy for him. It was yeah, it was really cool. It was a really cool experience.
Did you know what happened at the finish? I guess like when you're racing, you don't really know what's going on
Yeah,
in front
no,
of you. Like,
I no, I didn't know about it. I heard about it afterwards, but yeah, I suppose it didn't kind of surprise me because it was always just going to be like a pretty crazy race. Like, you know, there were guys that I like passed in the last like 5K that I never even saw. Like they just dropped out and
yeah,
jumped off the course or something. So yeah, no, it was yeah, super cool. Like starting and finishing in the stadium. Like it was funny. We had like I think we ran like a full like kilometer on the track before we like went out on the roads, which was funny. To actually like because it was actually kind of useful because it was like, you know, we were trying to run in and around say like 214 pace or whatever. I think was it like 310Ks or something. I don't know. But you could actually like dial it in super nice on the. You had an idea where you were just
yeah.
with the 400 splits, but yeah,
I
no, it
remember
was
watching
cool.
that race and like late race, just like people literally stepping off the course because it was so hot. Like the conditions were so bad. And I just
Yeah.
remember this African guy stepping off the course, like behind the crowd. And he's like walking down the sidewalk and the camera's just on him. And he's like, go away.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I was
Let's
hoping to see
go.
I was hoping to see the Irish what the Irish vest looks like. It's pretty sick. I like the green.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sick.
that actually is nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just started with Adidas like last year.
Dude, how do I get that IRL
It'd
hat?
be Yeah, I
Is
actually
there a shop for
I
that?
didn't. They gave me like 8 of them because I had one every like 5K, and I don't think I think I lost every single one of them. I don't think I have one anymore.
I was gonna say I'll drop
Yeah.
a mail. I'll be dropping a mail in
Yeah.
address right now, bro.
Yeah.
No
Chris,
problem.
what does IRL stand for?
In real life.
Yes.
Oh, and Ireland.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, dude, gosh, we might do some IRL at the Boston Marathon. Who knows?
Yeah, boy.
Dude, I'm on, this reminded me because I'm on, this photo was on Facebook for some reason, but
Uh-huh.
someone asked me on my Strava comments today, they're like, hey, I'm trying to break 220 at Boston. We should link up before the race. And I dropped my phone number in the comments.
Mhm.
And then I got like flamed in the comments. They're like, you shouldn't drop your phone number on the comments in Strava. Like, and then a bunch of people liked it and stuff. And I was like, we're like, what's anyone gonna do? Like, text me and just say hey or something. So I don't see the problem in this. And I was like,
How many
no one-
texts have you gotten from that, Chris?
None. No
Oh.
one texted me, but 0 random texts. So like, I don't know, I have like 1,500 followers. I was like, what's gonna happen? Like, you know,
Let's give it out on the pod right here.
Yeah, I'll send you a text afterwards.
yeah,
I'll
you
pull
can-
it up.
Yeah.
don't read my phone number off on the. More people
I'm doing it right now. Hold
Don't
on.
do it, Danny. Don't do it. He'll beep it out, bro.
Yeah, more people listen to this podcast than follow my Strava for sure. My 8-mile run at 8-minute pace today. So,
All right, it's 502-235.
yeah, you can leave it there. Yeah, you can leave it there. I mean, people, they can go find it. So,
I don't know. What's the percent chance to guess the last 4 numbers?
Oh yeah, we need an engineer like
900.
factorial.
I think it's 999.
Yeah, it is.
9,999 more options, I believe.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
Yeah, could be wrong. Peter, one thing I wanted to ask before we wrap the pod, I'm always curious about people's fuel plans going into a race. And now you've run a few marathons. What is the fuel plan? Maybe like start breakfast and then like through the end of the race, what are you going to be eating the day of the race?
Yeah. For breakfast, just like something really kind of plain, like just a bagel or something. Definitely do like some good carb loading the couple days beforehand, loads of rice and pasta and all that.
Yeah.
But then for race morning, I'll do like a gel before the warm up, and then caffeine gel right before the race, and then drink mixes every 5K.
Nice.
I'll do like the Morton 320 mostly. And then I'll do another caffeine gel at 15K and another caffeine gel at 25K.
Nice.
Yeah, loads of caffeine.
You like a lot of caffeine. Do you do caffeine before the race too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So definitely, not hard to sleep that night after, but
Yeah.
so I think for the last 2 marathons I've hit between like 90 and 100 grams per hour throughout the race, not including the gels beforehand. So I think I think it works fairly well. I'll do similar again for London.
How many milligrams of caffeine was that combined, like total, including pre-race?
Like it's 150 for each gel, so like 450, and then a double espresso before the race as well. So quite a bit.
So
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah,
I do have. 550, I mean.
yeah. I do have these 200 milligram ones that I just got, so I think I might up it a little bit for this one. We'll see.
Or
I'm kind
Are
of
they
like,
the beta fuel?
yeah, the beta fuel ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jake Thompson
dude.
takes those.
There's a
Yeah.
trouble, man.
I used to
Those
do
are-
the last ones I've used are like the double espresso SIS ones. They're pretty good.
They taste like coffee.
Yeah, and like kind of like nasty coffee, but that's the artificial caffeine filled coffee. But yeah, so
Do you do the bicarb?
yeah, I probably will. I only I did it in college a couple of times, and then I kind of like had one bad experience, and then kind of like didn't go back to it for a while. But I used it before New York Half, and I think I'll use it again this time for London.
What do you think the key is to making that work? Because I've heard it seems like just from people's experience, there's like a 1 out of 4 chance that you're gonna, end up with something in your pants by the end of the race. So, like, how do you mitigate
That's
that?
a crazy thing to say.
I mean, it's true. Like I've heard so
Yeah.
many stories about it. So
I suppose like anything, like practice probably.
yeah.
Like yeah, so like I've been using bicarb for yeah, like a lot of like bid workouts and stuff. So I've actually been using the fly carb, the mango flavored one, which is nice.
Oh yeah.
It's also like less quantity than the Morton, so it's like just a bit easier to get down, which I like.
Probably a bit cheaper too.
Yeah, exactly. For
More
baking
expensive.
soda, it's still pretty extortionate, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say just like practice. I think I'm lucky enough. My stomach's fairly bulletproof, but yeah, touch wood, it stays that way.
Yeah, touch wood. Yeah, definitely need to. I have not tried bicarb. No meals enough for me. So I'm gonna,
Yeah, I like
you know,
Nomio as well. I do that too.
do you are you
Yeah, it's
okay
good
with the
stuff.
taste or no?
Do I like? I used to like the taste, and then um I didn't have it for a while, and then I don't really like it anymore. I don't know what that's about.
It's not
Maybe I
really
got
that bad. It's
dodgy
like
batch or something, but
it's just like a little bit bad. It's not like horrible,
yeah, it's small too, so kind of just down the hatch and then chug something else
But
afterwards.
the sucky thing is that if it's a morning race, you're always drinking at like 4 to 6 a.m. and that's too
Yeah.
early to be drinking broccoli water.
yeah, exactly.
Dude, should I take one on the start line on the Boston Marathon and see what happens?
I think
A
they say you're
bicarb or a
supposed to take
Nomio?
it. Yeah, which
No,
one?
me.
Oh yeah, I think they say
Not
3 hours
bicarb.
before. So
Yeah, 3 hours.
crush
before.
your cool down if you take it on the start line.
Yeah, well, yeah, I am planning on having a long cool down. I suggested to Rory and Jacob that we do a post race shakeout instead of a pre race one, but they
There's
said no.
you won't catch me cooling down after London. Tell you that. No way.
Yeah,
You'll catch Rory at the bar,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
same.
having a
Alright.
pint.
Yeah.
My last question as a true Irishman, what's your favorite beer?
Oh, 100% Guinness, but only in Ireland though. It doesn't travel, unfortunately.
Do you
Really?
know
It
what
tastes
do you know what
good?
splitting the G is, or is that
No,
like
yeah,
only an
no,
American
it's-
term?
No, that's real. Yeah, that's a real thing.
Dude, he probably invented splitting the G, Scotty.
Can you split the G, Peter?
I've been fairly out of practice, to be honest. But give me like a week or two after London, and then I'll probably be pretty good at it again.
All right, we need a video of you splitting the G first try
Yeah,
after London.
yeah.
It's pretty common at the end of our long runs here to have beers after. I usually don't partake, but we have a friend that brings Guinness, which is like kind of a crazy. Well, the argument is
Not.
there's some protein in it, so
Yeah, lots
that's
of
the
iron,
argument.
as well.
There's
At least
also
that's a
like
myth. I
no
don't think there actually is,
carbonation,
but-
so it's just like straight.
Yeah, Guinness is surprisingly very chuggable.
It is.
Yeah.
It's more chuggable than a light beer, in my opinion.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
it's excellent.
All right.
In moderation.
Yeah, moderation. Yeah, we know what Peter's having after the race, so
Yeah.
14 Guinnesses. He's gonna try and split it, and he'll hit it the 14th time.
yeah.
Mhm.
Couple
I think
Guinness,
it's 206.
Yeah.
206. Book it. 206 Irish record, London. Book it.
We'll see.
If you're betting on it, book it.
206.49.
Okay.
If I'm within 5 seconds,
I'll split the G
Well,
for you.
yeah, there you go. Send us a video. Shout us out on Instagram. That's within 5 seconds.
Get it.
Dude, Peter, if you run 206 at the London Marathon, you have to promise us you're coming back on the pod post race.
Sure thing.
All right, cool. We're the first pod post Irish record.
All right.
All right, bet. Shake on it. We're good. All right. Anything else, boys, before we wrap it?
That's all I got.
Peter, thanks for coming on, man. It was a pleasure. The Irish
Yeah.
half marathon record holder.
No worries. Thanks a million for having me.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Good luck in London, my friend. Catch
Cheers,
you
yeah,
all
best
on the
best
next.
of luck in Boston.
Oh, thanks. We're gonna need it. See ya.
I won't.